Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. I'm doing a second take on this because the last video went on for 20 minutes, and I feel like that's just too long. I want to talk about a highly controversial topic. Every time I talk about this player, it is the most disliked video I ever get. Literally every video I've made on this particular player just gets dislike bombed. And you know what? That's fine. But I'm at a point now where it's like, I don't care. I'm setting my mark. I'm sticking to it, and I'm going to explain why, okay? So, what convinced me to make this video was a video I watched today by Blazers Uprise, okay? And this is a guy who's voiced his opinion about my opinion on Shaedon Sharpe, and that's fine. Everyone's entitled to it. But I watched his video today on Shaedon Sharpe about whether he'll be a rotational player or whatever. Where is he going to fit in the lineup, right? And where I was really shocked was at the season projections that he had for Shaedon Sharpe. It was like per 36 minutes, it was specifically the points category. He's like, it was like 15 points per game. So adjusted for a real game, if you do the math on it, that's like 10 points per game, okay? And I'm just gonna keep it a buck, okay? Shaedon Sharpe, I'm gonna call it a gift. It will be a gift if he gets 10 to 12 minutes a game this year. I'm just going to call it what it is. It will be a fucking gift. And the reason I say that is because Shaedon Sharpe is not a fundamentally sound basketball player. Okay? Now, everyone's going to be like, who are you to fucking judge him? That's fine. Have that opinion. But I'm just going to tell you this. Okay? Everybody thinks that Shaedon Sharpe is going to be the next Kobe Bryant or the next LeBron or the next whatever. Okay? All because they saw some high school tape and some AAU tape, and suddenly they think they've discovered the next Kobe Bryant, okay? Here's the problem I have with that. First of all, high school talent is not what it used to be, okay? High school talent, like everyone and their mother at this point is like 6'8", can dribble a basketball and shoot a three. Okay, so it's not like you're finding your LeBrons, your Kobe Bryants, your Kevin Garnett's, your Dwight Howard's anymore out there. Okay, you're finding them in college basketball. That's where you're finding them. Okay, and I get it. College isn't always a great barometer for, you know, if a player's going to be good or bad. But this isn't the early 2000s anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing more and more 6'8", 6'7", 6'9" guys come into the league that can do shit on a level almost like Kevin Durant. Obviously not on Kevin Durant's level, but what I'm saying is we're seeing more and more guys come into the league that are, you know, 6'8", 6'10", that have a full bag. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, when Kevin Durant was drafted, Kevin Durant was a fucking unicorn. People don't understand that. I don't think people understand what Kevin Durant was. Kevin Durant was the first 6'8", 6'10", 6'11" guy that could come out here, cross the shit out of you, shoot threes, and go to the basket. Okay? Kevin Durant was a legitimate unicorn. Okay? And now we're seeing guys like Michael Porter Jr. come into the league, right? And we're seeing more and more of them in the draft every year. Oklahoma City just drafted, I'm going to say this name wrong, Ousmane Dieng. Okay, they just drafted him. I think he's out of France or something like that. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I think it's France. But every year we're just getting more and more of them. We're getting more of them. Yeah. Okay, Anthony. But I think you get where I'm going with this. Okay. And the second thing that I don't like about Shaedon Sharpe is the AAU tape. The AAU tape is the one thing I absolutely cannot under-fucking stand about people. Because people watch his AAU tape and they're like, Kobe. It's gotta be Kobe. That's it. He's the next Kobe Bryant. Do you understand AAU? AAU is like organized street ball anymore. Okay? You know who's played AAU? Fucking everybody. I played AAU. I played AAU at Burke here in New York when they were able to recruit people. Granted, they're not able to recruit people anymore. But, like, I was 5'7", and I was recruited to Burke. You know why? Because I could shoot the shit out of a basketball. Okay? I couldn't do anything else. But I was damn good at shooting. Okay? Maybe one day I'll give you guys some tape on that. I don't know. But it's just the idea. AAU doesn't excite me. High school tape doesn't excite me. Yes, I like watching high school mixtapes and stuff. I remember watching Cassius Stanley. Like, you know how many people were like high school prodigies that, yeah, they made it to the league or they didn't make it to the league at all and didn't become the player we thought they were? Austin Rivers specifically, okay? There have been players who have dominated on every single level, okay? Just because they're good in high school and they're good at AAU doesn't mean they're going to be like the next Kobe Bryant. It doesn't mean they're going to be the next LeBron James. And part of me feels really bad for Shaedon Sharpe. You know why? Because I watched his summer league game, the one summer league game he played, the whole 5 minutes and 16 seconds. You know what I saw? A player that has no feel for the game. That's what I saw. I saw a player that has no feel for the game. Yes, it will come, but there are certain players that it never comes for. Okay, like Cassius Stanley. Cassius Stanley went to Duke, broke Zion Williamson's vertical leap record. I mean, the kid was an athletic freak, okay? But Cassius Stanley had no feel for the game, and now he's struggling for a spot in the league. And I love Cassius Stanley. I think he has a shot, but somebody needs to give him that shot. And that's the issue with Shaedon Sharpe. That is the issue. Okay? He's going to a team in Portland that, not for nothing, but you can't wait 2 to 3 years for Shaedon Sharpe like you did with Anthony Simons. You just can't. Okay? You took him 7th overall. He needs to be better than Anthony Simons. And he needs to do it quickly. You know why? Because the Portland Trailblazers don't have a G League team. Okay? And I think if you're judging Anthony Simons as your barometer, something is wrong. You know what Shaedon Sharpe's going to average this year? I'm going to tell you what Shaedon Sharpe's going to average this year. 6, 2, and 2. That's what it is. Maybe 6.5. Okay? Depending on if they make him a priority in garbage time or not. That's what he's going to do. He is going to play in garbage time and when games are already decided. That's why I say if he gets 10 to 12 minutes a game, it's a gift. Okay? They're trying to see what they can get out of him. But 10 points per game, I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he's a fucking machine, but I just don't see it. I don't see it happening, especially when you consider the amount of people he has to compete with for minutes. I mean, Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, Josh Hart, Gary Payton II, Nasir Little, Jeremy Grant. I mean, that's 6 people right there, okay? And I look at this and I'm like, yes, you know what? Shaedon Sharpe has all the talent in the world. But if you have to wait 2 to 3 years to finally see what he's going to become when teams like the Pacers are drafting Benedict Mathurin and he's a solidified second unit guy and you don't know if the guy you took 7th overall is a solidified second unit guy, you have a problem, okay? You're going to look back on this draft as a Blazers fan. If you're watching this video right now, you're going to look back on this draft and look at guys like Malachi Branham. You're going to look at guys like Jalen Duren. You're going to look at guys like, I think, what's his name? Usman Zhang, if I'm saying that correctly. Okay? Even guys like maybe Blake Wesley, who's probably the steal of the draft. But you're going to look back on this draft and look at all the guys, or at least some guys, Mark Williams. You're going to look at some of these guys who were taken after Shaedon Sharpe, and you're going to say, you know what? Maybe we made the wrong pick. Because I'm not saying Shaedon Sharpe is going to be bad. I'm saying I think it's going to take too long for Shaedon Sharpe to become the player that you want him to become. Okay? Damian Lillard in 3 years will be 35. So that means if Shaedon Sharpe is not a guaranteed rotational player, by like second unit solidified guy, like a guy who's going to get, 15 to 18 minutes a game next year, I don't know. Like, I have a feeling his first year, he's going to average like 6 points per game. Second year, he'll average like 9. Third year, it'll be like 12 or 11. Yeah, he'll get more opportunity as time goes on. But I just think these aspirations that people have of him being the next Kobe Bryant are incredibly far-fetched and incredibly unfair. I think his ball handling's overrated, his playmaking's overrated, his defense is overrated. I mean, and you know what? I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I live in New York. I went to a Division III school, okay? All this tape that, like, everybody's getting all excited about, I went to a Division III college. The best division, at the time, they were the best Division III college in the country for basketball, okay? I've seen Division III players in one-on-ones do what Shaedon Sharpe does in one-on-ones, okay? That's all I'm saying. And these are kids from New York City. So when I see people getting all excited about one-on-ones and, oh, he can shoot from here, he can shoot from there, that's when he's given the green light. That's when he's the only player on the team that can score. You put him in a team setting, then we'll see. When he's not the best player on his team, then we will see. Then we will see what he becomes. But until that day comes, okay? We're going to see him play in preseason. Hopefully preseason we see something promising. But I just think Blazers fans have this unrealistic expectation that Shaedon Sharpe is going to be an all-star his first year. Or, like, he's going to become Kobe Bryant by year 2 or year 3. Listen, man. The Kobe Bryants are few and far between. Okay? And I can't tell you how many players I've seen taken who don't ever end up becoming the guys that people think they will be. I mean, look at Amani Bates, man. Amani Bates, I thought for sure, like, I was like, yo, Amani Bates, that kid can ball. And you know what he did? He reclassified. He went to Memphis. Yeah, he looked good in his first couple games, and then after that, he fell off a cliff. Now he's facing, illegal weapons charges and shit, man. Like, and that's. I want to make a video on that for another time, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I just think to myself, man, the expectations that are being put on Shaedon Sharpe are unfair. And I really feel like after his first year, when he comes out and he's only given a certain amount of opportunity and only scores maybe 5 or 6 points per game, maybe he grabs 2 assists, 2 rebounds in that area, maybe he gets like 0.4 steals or some shit. I just feel like Blazers fans are going to be incredibly disappointed because I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, Blazers fans are going to determine what they think of Shaedon Sharpe before the All-Star break. I'm telling you that now. They are going to determine what they think of Shaedon Sharpe before the All-Star break. Okay? Because fans of every team do it. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, but I don't think I am. And I'm like the only person on YouTube with a negative opinion of Shaedon Sharpe. Everybody seems to think like he's the next Kobe Bryant, the next LeBron James, and I simply don't see it. Because I live in New York and I've seen people do this shit before. I've seen people, play one-on-ones and make every single shot. I've seen people make 12 three-pointers from the corner in a row and do it effortlessly. I've seen Clee Anthony Early play. I've played against Clee Anthony fucking Early, who was the Division III College Player of the Year and went to Wichita State. For my area, he was like the LeBron James of my area. And he went to New York, and granted he got shot in the knee, so we'll never know what that will be, but rhyming accidentally. But it's just the idea, man. I've seen it. I have seen it. And with Shaedon Sharpe, I simply don't. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I pray to God I'm wrong. But I just think in 2 to 3 years down the road, Blazers fans are going to look at this draft and say, oh, you know what? We probably should have taken Jalen Duren. We probably should have taken Malachi Branham. Jeremy Sohan, Tari Eason, somebody. Osman Jang. We should have taken one of those guys. I just feel like that's what's going to come. And it's sad, man. It really is. And I had something else I wanted to say, and I completely fucking forgot it now. But I don't know, man. Oh, by the way, this is what I meant to say. Anthony Simons was taken 24th overall. This is a guy who took 7th. So if it took Anthony Simons 3 to 4 years to become the player he is now, it should take Shaedon Sharpe shorter. Because he is way more talented, has way more potential than Anthony Simons does, or did. So, all I'm saying is in the next 2 to 3 years, if he's not the guy you expected, sorry. So, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.